94% of these people worry about their ability to repay student loans, hate spending, and TikTok ban. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Christopher Murray titled, "A Majority of Student Loan Borrowers Are Worried About Their Ability to Repay Their Loans." The author of this article referenced data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, which revealed the country's total student loan debt now sits at $1.6 trillion. The author then referenced a credit and debt survey which revealed 94% of respondents expressed significant worry about their ability to repay their student loans, and 65% said their monthly payments are already unaffordable. Well, my friends, my heart goes out to people who are struggling to pay off their student loan debt. I have no doubt some of these people took out these loans when they were only 18 years old, and they didn't fully understand how difficult this money would be to pay back later in life. Up until the age of 18, some young people are completely taken care of by their parents. Some of these young people don't fully understand how difficult it is to earn money and pay bills. I am sure this is a shock to their system when they leave college and start working full time, and there just is not enough money left over after each paycheck to cover these student loans. I have no doubt some people are upset right now because they thought their student loans were going to be forgiven by our current administration. Some saw relief during the 3 years that federal student loans were on pause, but payments have resumed and reality has set in. There is a good chance that $1.6 trillion in student loan debt is not going to be forgiven. Some people may qualify under the SAVE plan for no payment or a reduced payment based on their family size or income level, but the debt still remains. This means if your income or family size changes, you may have to start making payments again. Here's what I worry about. Right now, no one can fall into delinquency, default, or get reported to a credit agency for non-payment because of the on-ramp program. This program expires on September 30th, 2024. What is going to happen after that? Life gets more difficult if your credit gets trashed for non-payment. In some states, you have to pay more for car insurance if you have bad credit. When you have bad credit, it is also more difficult to buy a car or rent a home. I truly worry about what is going to happen to some individuals after the on-ramp program ends. Some people are not paying right now because they know there are no penalties other than interest that keeps accruing. When people are forced to pay, this means less money may be spent into the economy. People may have less money to support local restaurants, bars, bowling alleys, liquor stores, vape shops, hair salons, clothing stores, home improvement stores, etc. I am really curious how this may impact some local economies. Getting back to the article, the author shared some quotes from a Protect Borrowers Action poll conducted by Social Sphere. One person said, "It's like a giant anchor pulling you into the depths of the sea." Another person said, "I owe more now than I initially borrowed. It feels overwhelming." Here are my thoughts. Debt can spiral out of control very quickly. I wish more people would have tried to make payments toward the principal owed on their federal student loans during the 3-year period when interest and payments were on pause after the health crisis. Understand, I am sure some people did this. However, I have no doubt there were others who used those 3 years to spend money freely on things they wanted in life since they didn't have to worry about making a federal student loan payment. Some probably thought these federal student loans were going to be forgiven, so why not enjoy life and spend some money? Some may have even taken on various forms of consumer debt during that period of time, and now they have to figure out how to deal with that, plus their federal student loan debt that they didn't get forgiven. This is a double whammy. When you have a mountain of debt, this can really impact your upward mobility in many ways. Life is not as easy when you are servicing debt, especially during a period of high inflation where your wages haven't kept up. My heart goes out to those who are struggling financially due to inflation and due to student loan debt that feels like it is crushing them. In the title of the article that I referenced today, it said the majority of student loan borrowers are worried. That really bothers me because worry leads to stress, and we know that stress can have all types of negative effects on the human body. Some people may suffer harm from this stress, and I really hate to think about that. If I were in a situation where I had a lot of student loan debt, I would look for ways to live very far beneath my means to free up cash to allocate towards my debt obligations. I would also look for ways to bring in additional income to make additional progress towards paying off my student loan debt. I would cut out vacations, dining out, movies, streaming services, and save money by doing free things such as watching the Edward Ph.D. YouTube channel at home while eating some homemade food with healthy ingredients from the grocery store. But what do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. While some people are worried about their student loan debt and it is causing them to cut back on spending money, there are others who are doing something that I have never heard of until today. It's called hate spending. I read an article on Yahoo Finance put out by MoneyWise and written by Sabina Wex, titled, "Hate Spending is the New Way Americans Are Dealing with Inflation. How to Turn That Spending into Saving." The author of this article said, "If you've been feeling angry every time you go to the store, you're not alone." However, the author referenced U.S. Census Bureau data that revealed Americans have increased their spending in early 2024. People appear to be spending their way through the pain, and this phenomenon is referred to as hate spending. Even though people are frustrated with the high price of things, they go ahead and buy them anyway. Apparently, consumers still want to have nice things. A woman referenced in the article said she still buys $100 leggings at Lululemon and spent $50 for a Stanley water bottle. Here are my thoughts. First, I don't participate in hate spending. I just refuse to spend on items that are overpriced. For me, just throw the personal pronoun I in front of hate spending. That pretty much describes me. I hate spending. The only time I like spending is if I'm buying something that I know I can resell for a profit, or if I'm buying something that is going to generate cash flow for me. If I can buy something I really need as a business expense, I also don't feel as bad about it. But that's just me. I would never pay $50 for some Stanley water bottle. If I really needed some type of insulated container, I'd pick up a cheap one at Walmart on clearance. Then I'd probably keep it for multiple decades until it no longer kept the contents hot or cold. But that's just me, and I wear these inexpensive white wrinkle-free shirts from Amazon and $1.99 ties from Goodwill. By the way, if you like these inexpensive white wrinkle-free shirts, there is an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. If you buy these shirts, the creases from the package will not come out in the washing machine. You have to steam or iron these shirts one time. After you get the initial creases out, then they will be wrinkle-free from then on out. You can just wash them, dry them, and hang them up. I just wanted to let you know because I had to do this the first time I started buying them. There are some people who may not have money to hate spend in the future depending on what happens with TikTok. I read an article today on yahoo.com put out by Business Insider and written by Lindsay Dodgson titled, "TikTok Influencers Fear Their Careers Will Be Destroyed and Their Work Deleted Forever as a U.S. Ban Looms." According to the author, TikTokers are stressed about the app potentially being banned in the U.S., saying it would be devastating to their careers, since the businesses they've built would shrivel and die. Well, my friends, who would have thought decades ago that people would be making a living from short videos on a platform called TikTok? Back in the 1960s, a lot of kids wanted to be an astronaut when they grew up. Today in America, becoming a vlogger or YouTuber was the most popular choice in a Harris poll, which were even higher than professional athletes or musicians. I found this to be really interesting. Back when I taught public school decades ago, I had some students who had a bad attitude towards participating in class because they thought they were going to be professional athletes and make millions of dollars. Therefore, they didn't care about what I was teaching in the classroom. These students literally told me this. Back then, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram hadn't been invented yet. It's really interesting how times change. A friend of mine who owns a successful accounting firm told me his girlfriend's high school age son, who will be graduating soon, has no interest in going to college or getting a job with a company. He wants to be a video game streamer. Well, I wish him the best, but there are a lot of other young people who have the same aspirations, and many will never turn that dream into a reality that will generate enough money to live on. Getting back to the article, the author went on to talk about TikTok being banned. She said, the U.S. Senate will likely approve the bill this week, and President Joe Biden has said he'll sign it. Once passed, the bill would mean TikTok could be banned in the U.S. in 2025. I have mixed emotions about this. I think there is a lot of content that some young people shouldn't be exposed to on TikTok, and I think some people waste an incredible amount of time on this platform. However, I do feel bad for people who right now are making their living doing this, who could soon be financially impacted depending on what happens with a government ban. I really wonder what these people will do. Will they be able to pivot to a different platform online, or will they be forced to find some type of local employment doing something out of their comfort zone? Maybe some will transition to YouTube short content creation. What do you think about all this? Do you think TikTok should be banned, or will you be upset if it happens? Let me know in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.